born, not made.
Domat, full of excitement for an adventure, decided to seek help from the spirit named Salvia. He planned his own special ceremony, but had no idea what would happen. He knew it might be intense, because Salvia was a powerful spirit. When he left his body and started his journey through space, he first went through a place where everything was so dark he couldn't see anything. This made him very scared. After a little while, he saw Mother Earth in the distance. He rushed towards it really fast and saw that Earth was like a big ball of hot stardust. While he was flying, he saw the outside of Earth cooling down, and it turned into a hard layer of rock. He landed with a thud and realized he had become a tiny grain of sand in a huge desert. He got to Earth through the sun, and that made him worried. He felt even more scared because he had just left Mother Earth and was now a little grain of sand, brought to life by the power of evolution. Time didn't work the same way here, and every day was just like the day before. This was scary for Domat, because, unlike us humans, he couldn't choose anything for himself. Along with the other grains of sand, he was carried by the wind. A desert formed, and he became a small part of it. He could only gaze at the horizon and savor the moment. He felt connected to everything again. Tomorrow didn't exist because he only knew the here and now. As far as he could see, the sandy desert was forming and moving with the wind. But one day, he noticed something dark emerging on the horizon. He had no idea what he was seeing or what would happen to him. Darkness began to fill the horizon. Clouds of sand filled the sky, and the shadow of this dark force crept in, filling his senses. The powerful wind, so strong that it shifted dunes, came closer and closer. A loud rumbling sound came from a distance. As a grain of sand, all he could do was watch as the massive sand ball approached. Preparing for the impact, he was overwhelmed by a feeling of fear and concern. Was his peaceful life coming to an end? He found himself in the desert, still connected to Mother Earth and surrounded by his fellow grains of sand. Now, it would all suddenly be over. Fear of change and extreme anxiety about the unknown consumed him. He wanted to look away, but couldn't. Overwhelmed by this massive freak show and unable to process this information overload, his mind exploded. Flying into the darkness, darker than dark, atoms collided with each other, and huge flashes of light took over. His life form was dying. Suddenly, his human face appeared. Since he had never seen his face before, he had to keep looking at it. Then he saw that his human body was wildly spinning around his head. Amidst all this madness, he felt so alone, completely overwhelmed by a power he knew nothing about. Right then and there, without being able to do anything, he was reincarnated from a grain of sand into the mortal body of a human. Looking at his own face once more, it was sharper than sharp. A picture he would never forget and would never see the same way again. He was reborn as a man, as a child. His atoms exploded and imploded into one another. And then it was over. His life as a part of the earth had ceased. His connection to the earth had changed. The wind had carried him far from where he came. Now, the wind had torn him apart, and the energy of light had transformed him. He once again passed through the mystery of the black hole, back in the womb of his mother, and ultimately born by his human mother on the same planet he had once been a part of. He returned from his time travel, overwhelmed by the energies of death and birth. The story of our journey begins here. We're not sure about the destination. You won't always understand everything, and that's normal. We will embark on our life path together, free from fear and ambition, but with hearts full of love. The more you understand, the less you will know. In this story, everything continues in the mysteries of the world, and we catch a few glimpses of the universal intelligence guiding us toward knowledge. It's a knowledge we must strengthen together to create a new universe as a whole.